This is Smithy.tv.
Wow, you got the memo we're supposed to wear hoodies
Yeah,
today.
could you say here? Let's do
Do a little bit of
now.
that.
Now
with my
I
wind
feel
hair.
like
My wind hair.
the right.
So you got to do it cool though. You have to, you like, 'cause it's good. It's not a white.
well,
light.
if I'm going to pull this off, I'd rather look like a Jedi. You know.
But you're supposed to like to do the cool things the kids do. They have put on their. So basically, they just put on
Well,
the
like,
edge of their
just
head.
like this.
Yeah. So you're just like
Well-
it's kind of like, a little bit of that.
Yeah, not going to happen. All right, let's.
I'm making a lot of noise right now, actually.
Well, it's kind of irritating because it's like more noise than there should be.
This is about to be a really bad segue, by the way. what
It's
we're
a
about to
terrible
do.
segue. But on the other hand, something
show?
else. There's a lot of people who have added some noise that I've heard about.
There was. I read a story yesterday. I sent to you. It was about the NFL football team, Atlanta Falcons.
The Atlanta Falcons. Well, what could possibly have happened? Maybe
Well-
pumping in some crowd noise?
No, we wouldn't do
No,
that.
who would do that? You've got a stadium full of 80,000 people. Why do you need to add more noise than there already is?
Maybe because we're the Atlanta Falcons.
But I will tell you that it's not the first time that those kind of insinuations have happened, and not just to the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, so this is not new news to the NFL. In the past, the Colts have been blamed for this, and the Patriots have been blamed for this. And basically, what it is that you want to deafen out the sound so that the opposing team can't hear
Because what I had
plays
heard,
being called.
because basically when I saw the story, it said the Atlanta Falcons were fined almost $400,000 and the 2016
pick.
draft pick,
Yep.
which is a big deal for that,
Well,
especially
it's
for
a
that team.
huge.
So because of that, I went like, because I watch wrestling a lot, and sometimes they pipe in noise for like if they want a certain guy to be cheered.
Well, that means that
so
they
I went,
had to
oh,
have
they're just
proven
doing
that
it.
it happened.
Yeah, so I was, and it's a hard thing to prove, but it's like one of those things I thought, oh, it's just to hype up the fans. You're like, no, there's actually a strategy behind it. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's not, it's like illegal.
It is. So the way that the teams do it is that when the opposing team has the ball, so let's say the Chiefs are in town and they're playing, so basically the crowd, when they're shouting defense, defense, well, that suddenly that crowd noise is louder than normal because the quarterback has to be able to hear the plays coming from the sideline, and so they pump up that noise so they can't actually, the rest of the team who have to follow the orders.
It's harder to play.
It's harder to play. So he's like, you have no proof. You don't know we've done this or not.
And the guy who made the call, they said like he can't work for another team, and if he does, he's suspended for he can't work or get paid for 8 games, and there's only 16 games a year or so,
That's right.
right? So it's like I know it's a cheesy
Unlike
thing.
most sports, whenever a fine or a suspension happens in the NFL, it's actually a significant amount because 1 or 2 games is still, 2 games is 1/8 of your season.
Yeah, you're like, oh, he's only gone for 50% of our games.
That's right.
Okay, great. Who's gonna hire this guy?
So
You
it's
know?
like it's a lot. It's a lot of impact, and they get paid a lot of money. So that's a large chunk of money if you get unpaid for that amount of time too. Especially if you have a contract in the millions. Well, suddenly 2 games is 1/8 of what you would get paid that year. That's a lot of money,
So just like it's
not including minus taxes and all of those things.
So it's just very interesting, like, because I never thought of this as a thing. Like, again, like I said, for wrestling and stuff like that, I get it because it's a storyline, it's entertainment. This is real, and I get now why it's like, no, this is actually considered, like,
Absolutely. I mean, unless of course you look into the crowd and you see on the TV, it's like, wow, why is section 28 like half full? Well,
Yeah,
then-
and you're like, they're making a lot of noise.
They're making a
and
lot of noise for the
there's
less
no one
people.
there.
That's right. I guess it must be a Bills game.
Again, your favorite team is the Jets from a movie, Flash Gordon, and my favorite team is from the movie Ace Ventura, Miami Dolphins. So again, take what I say about football with a grain of salt.
No, but I actually follow football just because my
I know
team
you
is
do.
the Jets.
No, yeah. It's also the
I-
Jets suck. Let's be
And-
real.
and the
you
Bills,
know that.
we
And you're
hate the
used to
Bills.
that now. Do you think they should pump in some noise or like some new
You don't
players
need
maybe?
to. Well, we've got new players coming this season, so we'll see.
So yeah, so the sky's the limit for the New York Jets. For the Atlanta Falcons, it's a different story.
It's a different story.
Do you guys think they should pump noise, or what do you guys think?
So what should we call it?
Hashtag loud noises.
Noise yes or hashtag noise no?
I feel like we can get a funnier hashtag, or like can we get controversy with this? Because I guess they are bringing the controversy.
Yeah.
Hashtag noise patrol. I don't know. Yeah.
Noise patrol.
Hashtag those.
What do you
guys.
think?
Yeah. So and who's your favorite football team, or do you like football? Touchdown, Lindsay.
Touchdown, Lindsay.
We're opposing teams.